You are further along than you think. And this is just a message that I am getting and I want to share while it's on the tip of my tongue. You are further along in your journey than you think. Whatever journey that is for you. Maybe that's the journey of your health. Maybe that's the journey of your finances, the journey of your physical goals, your career goals, your relationship goals. You are further along than you think. And a little backstory, I had a really old hard drive in my backpack that I hadn't used in like, I don't know, 15 years or something. Like, this was a really old hard drive and it had all of the original music that I ever really started creating when I first got a laptop and started creating music. And I had switched laptops a few times, and after a while, I stopped putting those files on the new computer that I got. Like, I think I got a laptop in '06, and then maybe like another in 2012, and maybe another in 2017, and then I just got one like a year ago. And so, probably between laptops number two and three, I just stopped transferring the data. I don't remember why, but I had all of it, all of the original files on an external hard drive, and it was so old that I had to order a special Amazon USB cable in order to get it because it was like one of those super old like styles of USB. So I get the USB and I download it to my computer, and I see all these files that are like all these music tracks, and I'm listening to it, and I've been and a little more backstory about what I am really taking the time, especially with this being Pride Month, and really thinking about the depth of the journey that I've had. And um, a lot of my story, I noticed after listening to these music, is embedded in the notes of the music. I can really see that. And I've always said that my music is like a journal. Like, if you're an artist and you've like saved any sort of creation, maybe it's a painting, maybe it's like a dance or something, I want you to recognize like this is such a golden like key thing that you get to tap into, because your your written words and maybe your journal does capture a flavor of your mindset at a given point in time, but your art does too. And I think your art carries more messages and more codes about who you are and what's always been available to you. I think that's what I really understood as I listened to this music that was created during a time in life where I really had a lot of internalized homophobia, where I was surrounded by all of this conversation in religious communities about just how horrible it was for one to be gay, for one to act on their gayness and to be doing gay shit and to look feminine. And, I was just knee deep in that energy. Without even knowing it, not knowing that there was an option that did not include drowning, and yet I was creating this music, and as I listened to this music, and I sat in the coffee shop for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just listening to that music, and feeling and literally feeling in my body, like a lot of times I'm holding the microphone, but I be feeling all of the feels and all of the pain, like literally like under my right tit. Like, and I'm not joking. I seriously will. That's where a lot of my like bodily communication. That's the physical place where it shows up. Like, our bodies hold emotion, and that's where the emotion shows up for me. And so I'm sitting in this coffee shop, and on one end I'm like, I'm in awe at the beautiful music that I had created, but it's like so personal, and so I'm feeling the pain, and I'm really sitting with myself, and I'm allowing myself to feel that pain. I'm allowing it to come up. I'm just remembering like the thick of it, and I have a journal open, and I'm really honestly doing inner child work. And it's not just inner child work. Honestly, this is my inner teenage work. And I think, like, as I remember, like, I was so into like emotion. I'm still into emotional music, but I was like, I felt really identified with that whole like uh mid 2000s kind of emo energy. Like, if you're a millennial, you probably kind of remember, like, I don't know, that when I say that, that probably strikes up a little something for you. And it definitely strikes up a little something for me. And so, like, the inner child work really today got to include the inner teenage work. And that inner teenager energy was just all locked up in the music, and there were so many keys and so much wisdom that I can notice now as a more kind of conscious, healed version of myself. Um, I can see the pain, yet I can see the power. And I wrote in my journal that pain is just power in disguise. And so I really wanted to share that. I feel like, like when I wrote that, and I was just like really just channeling the higher version that could even look at myself and recognize that, okay, yeah, I'm calling myself this, big bad healed conscious whatever work person, but there are pieces of pain that I could be unconsciously collecting right now. And then I'm not trying to fast forward another 15 years from now, and well, I don't want to say that because I don't want to suggest that like you're not supposed to have pain and you're never supposed to experience contrast and you're always supposed to be some enlightened like whatever person your whole life. That's not like we didn't. I don't believe we incarnated to just like to be perfect, and there's no such thing as perfect. But there is such thing as I get to have an easier, better, like a more relaxed time right now, trusting that I can't help but be amazing, that I can't help but be worthy, that I can't help but be abundant. The abundance flows through the essence that which is me. And I want to remind you that that everything that makes you you is is absolutely divine. There's nothing that you need that you don't have. So, I have a free training on my page where I talk about the four-step process that I, over time, sort of created. And it really started at an unconscious level, but I started to just put together a sort of formula for myself to allow myself and allow my consciousness to slowly rise over time. It didn't feel like quantum leaping. Like it didn't feel like, um, you know, it didn't feel like I was getting far really fast, but in actuality, I was. And I recognize that the slower that I go, the faster I evolve, the more problems, quote unquote, become non issues, become non factors. Subjects that seem important are no longer something that I really ever consider. And and in this way, I release those blockages and I allow abundance to really flow to me in a physical sense, right? I am proudly materialistic and proudly superficial. Okay, I don't want to do all of this inner work and not see the money in the bank. Like we want, we want the things in the physical format. And if anybody's ever told you that being materialistic is a bad thing, they lied. Okay, you came here to have things materialize. Okay, if you are dreaming, for example, of a lover, you don't want them in non-physical. Okay, no, you want a an actual flesh and blood person. You're materialistic. Okay, so congratulations, we're all fucking materialistic. We all want the things. And so this was this formula in the free training. So if you follow me, if you follow me, I'll send you the link to that. And that framework is the process that I use to change my point of attraction so more money could materialize and more abundance in all forms could materialize. There's a fly on my phone. Okay, oh my God. So with that, yeah, that's it.